Title of this story is The Lotus Seed. Written by Sherry Garland. Illustrated by Tatsuro Kiyuchi. My grandmother saw the emperor cry. The day he lost his golden dragon throne. So she snuck down to the silent palace. Near the river of perfumes. And plucked a seed from a lotus pod that rattled the imperial garden. She wanted something to remember the emperor by. Wrapped in a piece of silk from the Aodai she wore that day. She hid this seed in a special place under the family altar. Whenever she felt sad or lonely, she took out the seed and thought of the brave young emperor. When she married a young man chosen by her parents, she carried the seed inside her pocket. For good luck, long life, and many children. When her husband marched off to war, she raised her children alone. One day, bombs fell all around, and soldiers clamored door to door. She took the time to grab the seed. But left the mother of pearl hair combs. Lying on the floor. One terrible day, her family scrambled onto a crowded boat and set out on a stormy sea. Ba watched the mountains and the waving palms slowly fade away. She held the seed in her shaking fingers and silently said goodbye. She arrived in a strange new land, towering buildings that scraped the sky, blinking lights, speeding cars. Many people speaking a language she did not understand. My grandmother worked many years, day and night, and so did her children and her sisters and her cousins, living together in one big house. Last summer, my little brother found the special seed. He asked questions again and again. He'd never seen a lotus bloom. He'd never seen an emperor on a golden dragon throne. One night, he went beneath the family altar and stole the seed. And planted it in a pool of mud. Somewhere near Ba's onion patch. When my grandmother found out the seed was gone, she cried and cried. She didn't eat. She didn't sleep. And my silly brother forgot what spot of earth held the seed. Then one day in spring, my grandmother shouted. We all ran to the garden and saw a beautiful pink lotus. Unfurling its petals, so creamy and soft, that it is the flower of life and hope, my grandmother said. No matter how ugly the mud or how long the seed lies dormant, the bloom will be beautiful. It is the flower of my country. When the lotus blossom faded and turned into a pod, Ba gave each of her grandchildren a seed. To remember her by. She kept one for herself to remember the emperor by. I wrapped my seed in a piece of silk. And hid it in a secret place. Someday I will plant it. And give the seeds to my own children. And tell them about that day my grandmother saw the emperor cry.